Welcome to Trading Lounge in the S&P 500 for the 24th of May, and on the daily chart here we're looking at wave 4 correction from wave 3 here. The 38.2% retracement level is roughly around the 2750 area, and then we will see a push to the upside. Now if wave 2 is simple, then we look for wave 4 to be complex. So we're getting a slight sort of complex wave structure here. As I mentioned before, I can count 5 waves down to this point here, and we're looking for the B wave. It's possible to have the B wave already on this little top here, and we have 5 waves coming down straight down through to here, or we have a little smaller A, smaller B, and a smaller C here for the B wave, and then 5 waves down here. So a bit of a tricky, slippery little sucker, but let's go in and check it out. So on the 4-hour chart, this is what I was thinking. So we had our 5 waves down here, which we were cool with, and then we've had this move up here, which I wasn't cool with because it just didn't have all the waves in there. If I really sort of think about it, this move here that's not as high as this one, I think that that's the actual top here. And then we come down in 5 waves for the A wave here, and then the B wave here, and then we come down for the C wave to make wave B here. So let's go in and check that out, and then once that's done, we can look for 5 waves coming back up here for wave C of B here, and then another 5 waves down here. So look, it's a choppy sort of scenario. The other scenario that I'll put forward here too is that if I remove the B wave here, let's just borrow these. So if that's the top here, even though it's like a truncated 5th wave here, because I can count 5 up to here, and then back to here is cool, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So look, I may be wrong, but and you know, and that's fine too. But so the other count here would be having wave B already in here, because it's already pulled back up to the 61.8% mark here, and then having wave 3 here, then wave 4 here, and then wave 5 down through to here, which would make this wave C of 4 here, except that these ones here would be in green here, but I've just used these ones here to demonstrate the other structure here. So either way, coming back down to the 2750 area here is what we'd be looking at here for that. So what I could say is that if the 2800 becomes the retested resistance, then we'll be coming down to the 2750 area. However, that said, it's also quite likely that we're going to come down and test this anyway here. So we'll come back and recap that. Let's just drill in here for a little bit closer here. So the A wave up here, or the A wave over to this one here, and then we have 5 waves down into this structure, and then up here for our B wave. If you went short through here, that's fine. I would certainly be locking in some profits here, and if it became the retested resistance here. So I really want to talk about B down to C here for a moment, okay? Because we should be looking for 5 waves down here. So with that in mind, if I go to the tick chart here, this is how I was looking at it here. I might need to just put in a bit more data here. So yep. So this structure down here, we need 5 waves in that. So I can count from here, I can count this down as 1 and 2 to here, and then here as 1, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. And I think this is all of wave 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here for the 3rd wave here. So this would be the fourth wave here, coming back to the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, or the 38.2% retracement level. And it may not get there, it may go past it, but that's sort of where the zone that we first start with. And then down here for wave 5 of C of B. Now, the reason I mention this for here, because it's close to the 2800 here. So if this was going to come down from 4 to 5 here, it's okay to come below it, but it's not okay to find it as a retested resistance. So I can't draw on this side of the price, but I can draw on this side. So the market would come down, bounce off it, come through here, and then come back up, and then like head higher at that point. If you get, so that's what I'm kind of expecting on this low here. But if it's going to go down to the 2750 area, then we can use that reference point low there to short with again at this point. So once the reference point low is in place, then 1 point below that, if that's breached, then you can go short from that point, and that will take us down. Of course, you're going to run into this area here, which is group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80. So you're going to see support in there naturally. The other point here is that the move down through here could also be counted as 5 waves as well. So actually finishing on this low here, and then this here would be up for 1 here, back for 2 here, up for 1 here, back for 2 here, and then moving up there. So as long as that low here stays in play and the market can move up there, it may just move up 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here to finish that as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave to here. But this is also group 1 here of 2800. So if I had to go long here, then I would only go long if I had support on 2830. That's the top of group 1, because I know at that point the order, the volume in the market depth is going to change. If this becomes support, then the balance of power goes from the closest largest number here and would head up to number 5 here, the 2850 area here. So this is the divide here, but trading above it is not support. It must come back down and test it as support. So tested support, you can trade long on 2830, which will obviously be high. So the time you get around to that will be 2833, which is micro group 1, or even the number 5 here. That's realistic where you'd be moving into. And if that's the case, then we'd be going up for these 5 waves here, okay? And then we can come back up to group 2 here and exit at that particular point. Thursdays can be bearish in a bullish market, and Friday bullish, bearish on Thursday and bullish on Friday. So if you see Friday becoming strong and it's above here, then you know Monday's going to follow through as well. But if you see Friday weak on the negative side, then I know there's a change in trend and we'll be coming down, and then that way we can come down to the 2750 area through here. But I wouldn't trade short, and if you're already short, that's fine. Take part profit here, and then if that gets support on there on 2830, get out and go long. But if it doesn't find support, tested support, you have to wait for it and be patient. If it doesn't find it, then we can you will come down, and you can look to add to that short position there as well. So that's about the best I can do there. So just to sort of recap that on the 4-hour chart here, it's possible that we can get wave 3 coming down and wave 4 and wave 5 coming down into the 2850, having the low in place here, okay? Otherwise, we're going to come down here, possibly down to 2800, maybe a tad lower, and then head up for wave C there. So above 2830 would be the catalyst for that long trade and also exiting short trades. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.